Trey Wingo just called ESPN Daily Talker Shedeur Sanders embarrassing.
All summer long, I said I think Joe Flacco should be your starting quarterback. But if you start losing, then you have to turn things over to see what you have in Dylan Gabriel. And eventually, the toxic turning point of every sports conversation, Shedeur Sanders. Because no matter what you say about Shedeur Sanders, someone's going to say you are bat bleep crazy for thinking that. So it is remarkable to me how much of a lightning rod this kid has become without ever taking a snap in the NFL.
Browns fans, you've seen the debates, the drama, and the nonstop headlines. Every single day, ESPN can't seem to stop talking about Shedeur Sanders, a rookie quarterback who hasn't even taken a single NFL snap yet. And now, one of ESPN's own former hosts has had enough. Trey Wingo, a respected veteran in sports media, has just gone viral after blasting ESPN for what he calls embarrassing coverage of Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. His comments have lit up the football world, sparking outrage, agreement, and one big question. Is the hype around Shedeur Sanders pure marketing? Or is he truly the Browns' next big thing?
Trey Wingo, join us now on the hotline. So you mentioned Shedeur, and
I regret it already.
No. You know where this is going. So first of all, I do want to know, because I love the fact that you sometimes play almost media ombudsman with your old place. And what did you think when your old place was having daily debates about the fourth string quarterback of the Cleveland Browns?
It was embarrassing. They did it because they knew his name would resonate and his name would create some sort of rabid frothing at the mouth when it was based on nothing, when it was really based on nothing. There's nothing to suggest that A, he's going to be terrible, or B, he's going to be great.
Wingo didn't hold back. He called out ESPN for spending day after day debating a fourth-string quarterback. According to him, the network's obsession with Shedeur Sanders has crossed the line from analysis into absurdity. In his words, these endless conversations are built on nothing. Why? Because as Wingo points out, there is no real data, no NFL tape, no starts, no measurable performance. Shedeur Sanders hasn't taken a single professional snap. Yet every day, pundits argue about whether he'll be a superstar or a bust. Wingo argues that anyone claiming to know how good or bad Shedeur will be is either lying to themselves or trying to mislead the audience for attention. And to many fans, that hit home. He reminds everyone that predicting greatness based on college success has fooled fans before. College stats, Wingo says, mean almost nothing once you step into the NFL.
Wingo joining us on the show. So what do you think is the truth about Shedeur then?
I don't know, and anybody that says they know is lying. That's the bottom line.
Well, maybe they're just wrong. Could they just be wrong?
Yeah, right, but I mean, but if you, yes, they could be wrong. But if you say you know, based on what? What are you basing it on? So, and people will say, well, he was the highest-rated college accuracy quarterback of all time. I went through the list. Do you want to go through the list
Yes.
of the most of the top 20? There's only two guys that you would say, wow, for sure.
Are there like two Hawaiian quarterbacks on there?
Yeah, Colt Brennan, Colt Nose, Graham Harrell. I mean, there's a couple of guys I've never even heard of. Now, Joe Burrow is the 12th.
Wingo breaks down one of the biggest mistakes fans and analysts make, relying on college accuracy numbers to predict NFL dominance. He points out that the list of top 20 most accurate college quarterbacks is long and impressive, but only two names from that list have become true NFL stars: Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield. The rest, talented in college, but nowhere near elite on Sundays. That, Wingo says, is exactly why the hype around Shedeur is misguided. Being accurate in college doesn't guarantee anything at the professional level. The game is faster, defenses are smarter, and pressure is completely different. He makes it clear, no one knows yet what Shedeur Sanders really is as an NFL quarterback. And pretending otherwise, especially when he's sitting behind multiple QBs on the Browns' depth chart, is just fueling unnecessary controversy.
Everybody is going off of what Shedeur did in college and seeing his intangibles, what, a quarterback looks like. the elite accuracy, the arm talent, the ball placement. That's things that we've seen. So for Trey Wingo to say there's nothing that you can go off of, and then to undermine all his success that he had in college, the Giant Unitas Award winner, highest in FBS, things like that, and to tell people that there's nothing out there, there's no data out there to go off of to see.
But Wingo didn't stop there. He dove deeper into the logic behind the Browns' quarterback decisions. According to him, this isn't about favoritism or conspiracy. It's about investment. The Browns spent a higher draft pick on Dillon Gabriel, a third-rounder. Naturally, the team wants to see what they've got in Gabriel first. It's not personal, it's business. Teams always prioritize the players they've invested more in financially and strategically. Wingo even compared it to the Kirk Cousins versus RG3 situation in Washington, where the team had to balance talent against draft value and media pressure. For the Browns, playing Gabriel ahead of Shedeur isn't an insult. It's standard NFL logic. Still, that hasn't stopped the public from calling for Shedeur to get his shot. And it hasn't stopped the headlines from keeping his name trending.
The reason why Shedeur then became a lightning rod because of the NFL's collusion. Either you love them or you hate them. Everybody's so emotional, so now you got the emotional feelings involved along with the collusion, and everybody stayed on that third night of the NFL draft. The most views they'd ever done had for a third day just to see Shedeur Sanders where he was gonna go. Now you can't tell me that they not invested.
Now here's where things get interesting. While Wingo's take focused on logic and fairness, others see something deeper and far more complicated behind Shedeur's situation. Let's be real. Shedeur Sanders is not just another rookie quarterback. He's the son of Deion Primetime Sanders, one of the most charismatic and polarizing figures in sports history. When Shedeur's name dropped all the way to the 5th round, despite projections placing him as a possible first-round talent, it shocked the football world. Many fans immediately cried foul, believing there was collusion among teams to keep him out of the early rounds. That theory, whether true or not, turned Shedeur into a media lightning rod overnight. From that moment, his story stopped being just about football. It became a national discussion about favoritism, image, and even politics within the NFL draft process. Here's the part that few fans want to admit. The coverage might not be about football performance at all. Shedeur Sanders brings ratings. Every mention of him spikes engagement. Every clip of him throwing passes in practice racks up millions of views on social media. The NFL knows it. ESPN knows it. And most of all, the Cleveland Browns know it. Some insiders believe the Browns ownership saw the Shedeur draft pick as a golden ticket, a chance to bring in a younger, nationwide fan base and sell massive amounts of merchandise. Reports suggest that Shedeur's jersey sales alone have already made a huge profit for the organization. And once he steps on the field for his first NFL snap, that number could triple overnight. In other words, even if Shedeur isn't playing yet, he's already winning off the field. The Browns are making money, ESPN is getting clicks, and the fans are fueling the fire. The Browns situation isn't easy. They've got a crowded quarterback room, pressure from fans, and now a national media circus that won't go away. Play Shedeur too early, and critics will say the team gave in to hype. Keep him benched, and fans will accuse them of wasting a potential star. The team's coaching staff has to walk a very thin line, protecting the locker room culture while also managing the massive spotlight that follows every Shedeur Sanders headline. And as history shows, these kinds of quarterback controversies can split fan bases and even locker rooms in half. The Browns have to be careful not to let this turn into another Baker Mayfield situation, where public pressure shapes the decision-making process more than actual on-field results. So what happens now for the Cleveland Browns and Shedeur Sanders? The pressure's not going away. Every interview, every preseason game, every sideline moment will be magnified. If the Browns win without him, ESPN will ask why he isn't playing. If they lose, the headlines will scream that it's time for Shedeur to take over. It's a no-win situation for the coaching staff, but a goldmine for media networks and fans hungry for drama. The only real way out of it is simple. Shedeur Sanders has to play. Until he finally takes a snap, no one, not Trey Wingo, not ESPN, not even the fans, will really know what he's capable of.